Hey guys, it's Joe here. I made this channel as a bit of a test to talk about my favorite metal CDs, and to start this video off I'm going to talk about this bad boy here, the first studio album of Fleshgod Apocalypse. Basically, Fleshgod Apocalypse is an Italian technical death metal band formed in 2007. The group resides in Rome, and they're currently signed to Willowtip Records and Nuclear Blast. They have released 3 full-length albums. Most recently, their third album, Labyrinth, was released on August 16th of this year, so basically 2 months ago. And in May 2008, the band recorded its first full-length album, this guy. They recorded it at 16th Cellar Studio, and in December of that year, the band decided to part ways with Neurotic Records and signed with Willowtip, which they then released the album in 2009. When I first saw this album, it was on a metal blog. I thought the name was pretty cool, and the album cover of the 2 angels making a staircase, which leads to like some majestic looking place. I figured it was pretty awesome, and I'll try it out. So after a 3-minute wait, I had it already cocked and loaded in my iTunes. The first track to start off the album is a song called In Honor of Reason, and it starts off a little slow, then it gets into some pretty badass double kicks, but then when it reaches full intensity, I was in like complete awe. And if you guys already know this album, then you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, then I suggest that you download it after watching this video. And if you like the album, go support them, buy a t-shirt or something, because their merch is pretty reasonable price. They have their own website, and there's a link posted below. But all in all, this album, I was pleasantly blown away by the technical ferocity and heaviness of the band. On top of that, I immediately recognized there was a connection between like tech metal and classical metal, which like sets them apart from other legendary tech metal gods. And I have not been disappointed. Oracles is a viciously 40 minutes of death metal that seeks to impress, and it definitely exceeded that in my standards. I'd say around sometime in 2010, after the release of their Mafia EP, the fan base for this band just skyrocketed like a wildfire. And not shortly after that, I was seeing they were already touring North America, which was pretty cool. I live in Canada, and I've seen them 3 times now. Once was at Summer Slaughter 2011. The other one was an opening act for Suffocation's Blood Oath tour, and the other one was last year when they had a 30-minute set at Heavy TO 2011. Not to mention that Fleshgod Apocalypse, when they play live, they dress up in like old pianist tuxedos with like death metal black and white paint just coming across their face, and they just look completely fucking badass. And with all this said, go check them out, give their Facebook page a like. The link is also in it's linked below in the little description box there. If you like the gist of my videos, this being the first one I ever made, then give my channel a little subscribe. The subscribe button is below. And then every week I'm going to be posting a video, probably every Thursday, talking about just one of my favorite bands. I actually managed to get this one signed by Fleshgod Apocalypse. I was at Heavy TO, and their second album, full-length album, Agony, it's actually pretty badass too, because I was talking to them at Summer Slaughter after the show, like waiting for their signatures, and they actually, on Oracles, they didn't have a keyboard player. They actually got a guy to play like the keyboard for like more classical sounding music. So Agony definitely has more classical like rhythms to it than Oracles. Oracle, I would say, is heavier than it though. But yeah, if you like my videos, please subscribe.